Hey y'all, coming to you live and in the nude. Welcome to Midweek Minis.
Nude.
The show where you get to ask us questions and we sit here completely naked.
We're seriously fully clothed.
Yeah, this time. I'm Mitch Lawrence and that's my wife Leah Lawrence.
Hey y'all.
And we're super excited to be back doing this again. I love Midweek Minis. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's fun.
Anyway, Leah, do we have a personal story this time?
Yeah, we sure do. Actually,
Excellent.
This personal story comes from, if you listen to Trailer Trashy or have listened to any of our Southern samplers, you'll probably recognize the name. But Amberly, it's her little sister. So her name's Kira, and we are going to read her personal story. And it's kind of creepy. I like it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm looking forward to it. Hit me with it.
So, I just recently had a paranormal experience. About a week ago, I took some friends to the park at Maple Hill Cemetery, aka the Dead Children's Playground. Now, pause. We have talked about this on the podcast before, but Maple Hill Cemetery is a very large cemetery with lots of famous dead people buried in it, but there is a section of that cemetery that has a lot of child graves where a lot of murder victims, like child murder victims, were buried in the 60s. And there is a playground right there with new equipment, and it's supposedly a very haunted place. So that's what we're talking about. Back to the story.
Okay. Well, hit me with it.
It says, about a week ago, I took some friends to the park at Maple Hill Cemetery, aka Dead Children's Playground. They are from Birmingham area, and they came to mine and Austin's house for Christmas dinner. So, story time, the three of us show up about 4:30 p.m. There is no one else there but us. It was a little chilly out, but not unbearable. Well, as we get to the edge of the playground, it felt as if the temperature dropped 20 degrees. I am pagan, so I'm all about wearing protective jewelry when I go out to places like this. Well, when we headed across the playground, my friend Ashleah, really nice name, thanks guys. Anyway, it's a great name. It's spelled like mine too. Anyway, noticed something that looked like a small fire had been built, but there was no char marks on the rocks. When I looked closer, I noticed it was a pentacle made out of sticks and small stones. The closer we got to it, the more a crow began to caw at us, a sign that we were disturbing something. I told them that we needed to leave because after that, the air got very heavy and gave off a very depressing vibe. We told the spirits of the small children goodbye, and we heard this voice of a small girl giggle and say, "Bye-bye." This made us turn back and look at the playground. Still no one there but us, and we saw a very dark black figure, about the size of mine and Amberly's dad, shoot up from the plastic playground equipment to the top of the cliff behind it. We strongly believe that the black figure is the spirit of the man that kidnapped, killed, and dumped the bodies of those children in the 1960s in the wooded cliffs around the playground. It was by far the creepiest thing I've ever experienced.
Well, plenty creepy for me, too.
Yep, that's going to be a no-go for me. You started with creepy children ghosts, and then you ended with a spooky spirit that I don't, no.
You want to go, Leah? We can go try it out.
Oh, I've been to the Dead Children's Playground before they changed out the equipment, because it's new playground equipment now. It's been updated for quite some time, but I went like back in high school when it was still the original playground equipment there, and I'm just, nope, I'm okay.
All right.
Although I will recommend in October, the Maple Hill Cemetery does this cool event called the Maple Hill Cemetery Stroll, and they have actors that dress up like the period of whatever character they're supposed to be telling the story of, and they tell the stories of the people that are buried in that cemetery. And like I said, they're all dressed in costume, and you can listen to them do their monologues, and they have like a fun run and all sorts of stuff. It's a really neat thing. It's a really beautiful historic cemetery. If you're in Huntsville, I highly recommend it.
Well, maybe we should do that. We should broadcast live from out there.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Do a Facebook Live, you know? Let's do it. All right, y'all, put that on your calendars. October 2020. We'll never remember to do it. No,
probably not, but I have wanted to go for a while.
Okay.
I've been once before, but like I said, I've not been in a long time, and I would like to go. It's a neat thing. They sell out a lot. Let's see.
They sell out. What do you mean?
I mean, there are tickets to it. It's an event.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds terrible then.
It's how they, pay to keep the cemetery like open and like clean and the grounds kept and that kind of stuff.
Well, bullshit if you ask me. I don't pay for shit, but I'll pay to go for real. Let's go.
All right.
That sounds like fun for real.
It is. I recommend it. But anyway, this is a question from Marissa, and it says, if you could change your first name, what would you change it to?
Oh my God, just give me something else. I don't care. I don't like my first name. We've talked about it before. I don't know where it comes from, why I was given the name. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, anything else. I'll take Dick Turd.
Mitchell, I'm not going to be married to a dick turd.
Well, you might already be, and you just don't know it.
I mean, like in name. Mm-hmm. In spirit, yeah, sure, it happens, but...
Spiritual Dick Turd, title of the episode. What's yours? What would you be?
I mean, I wouldn't change my first name. Okay. When I was a little kid, I definitely would have. I went through a phase. I guess I was probably in kindergarten, first grade, something like that. But I went through a really long, like according to my mom, she always said that I went through about a 6-month period that I would refer to myself A in the third person and B, I would not answer to anything other than my middle name, which is Ashley. And I would always say, Ashley doesn't like that and Ashley doesn't want to and Ashley's going to bed now, just...
But it didn't last long?
But 6 months?
Yeah, that's a long freaking time.
Yeah, for a 5-year-old, it sure the fuck is, so...
Yeah. So you just grew out of it? Like you just stopped doing it one day?
Yeah, eventually I was cool with Leah again, but yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, but just anything else really. I'm not attached to my name. It doesn't make any sense. It was terrible growing up with this name. But hey, it made me a stronger person, Leah. All the scars on the outside can't penetrate the deep, deep sorrow on the inside.
I have a therapist you can speak with about things if you need that.
Oh no, I'm fine. I've come to terms with my breasts as an adult. It's been nice. I'm telling you, having a name that rhymes with bitch and having tits. I did this a couple weeks ago. I'm not doing it again.
You did.
It was weird. It was very weird as a child. But hey, I'm comfortable now.
All right. Well, are you ready for the next question?
Yep.
All right. This one's from Alex. It says, imagine you're the only person left on Earth. What do you do?
Oh, God. Fucking masturbate everywhere. Just, I mean, travel the world completely nude.
How do you travel the world? I mean, you would eventually be very landlocked.
I'm the last person. That doesn't mean there aren't cars, boats, animals I can ride.
Well, yeah, but unless you know how to refine gasoline and stuff, gasoline goes bad in about 6 months, so you would be very
It'll
limited.
take me less than 6 months to masturbate around the world, Leah. Guaranteed.
Well, you also don't know how to fly a plane.
I didn't say anything about a plane.
You don't know how to operate a boat that is seafaring.
Don't worry, I got this.
No, and...
I've played pirate
the vegetation will completely encapsulate lots of roads and stuff, so you would be... Yeah, you're...
Less than 6 months, I'm getting it done. I'm not worried about the vegetation. I can die a happy man after 6 months. I will go to every historical landmark across the world and jerk off. God damn it. What would you do?
The most disgusting answer.
Hey, it is the answer. What would you do? There you go. What else is there to do?
I'd be the last person there, like...
Dogs barking in the background, sorry.
I guess I'd try, like, mushrooms and wait for it to go away, I guess. Like that's...
What? Oh, the hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm going to eat all the portobellos on the face of the planet.
I didn't know what the fuck you meant.
I'm just going to make a big old fucking paella. It's going to be delicious.
You were surviving on mushrooms.
No.
Like eating all of the mushrooms.
No. I mean, if there's no laws and nothing to lose, I mean, do a couple drugs and read a couple books. It's about it.
Our dog will not stop barking. So if that's happening, if y'all can hear that, I'm sorry. But
she's the worst.
Yeah, she's kind of the worst. So you would end up masturbating in all of the important areas of the world. I mean, what else is there to do? There's nobody to talk to. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You know?
Paint, read lots of books, and trip balls, apparently.
All of that sounds miserable.
Okay,
Ugh.
this next question is from Kim. It says, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, has been for forever, but as we talked about recently, just saw the Muppet Christmas Carol, and it's pretty good. Pretty freaking good. What do you think, Leah?
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Ugh, I get it, but come on. You know? It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm super obsessed with it. I have been since I was a little kid. Me and my dad like to watch it together. Last year, well, not this last year, but the year before last, 2018, it came back to movie theaters. It's like a special event, and me and my dad went, and it was awesome. We saw that and the Bells of Fraggle Rock on the big screen together, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen a lot of the original puppets from that. I've met a lot of the original cast members from that. It's special to me, and I just really like it. And yes, also the Muppet Christmas Carol is number 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was wonderful.
And then Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yeah. No, so we're the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Except
Only you hate Emmett
I don't
Otter's
hate it.
Christmas.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
It's not the same for me.
it's one of those things that if you didn't really grow up with it, it's not modern at all.
Yeah.
And you don't like things that aren't modern. So it makes sense that you wouldn't like it, but you're wrong.
Yeah. I understand. So,
Okay.
anyway.
This one is from Marissa. It says, would you rather go to space or the bottom of the ocean?
Probably the bottom of the ocean for me. That sounds fun. I'm just interested in the life, down there. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
If you've ever watched one of those videos of the submersibles that can go way, way down there, a couple miles deep, it's really freaking interesting.
Yeah. It's super cool. The deep sea, like, fish and stuff are really freaky, and I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Because if you've ever seen it, there was a thing at the Natural History Museum that we watched. It was just one of those short videos. You go down, and you just go down and down, and it's just completely pitch black. But then it's like you hit this threshold, and everything's just bright. Everything down there glows. All the fish down there, all the little organisms and stuff, they all light up.
Bioluminescence is so fun.
Yeah, and it's really cool because it's like 2 miles of just pitch fucking black and then just light show down there. And it sounds so fucking cool. Anyway, I've never been enthralled by space. It's not my thing.
I would also pick the ocean just because, like I said, there's more shit to look at and it doesn't take as long to get places. But I will say that I would probably be really, like, I don't know that I could handle that much enclosed space and not having an exit route. Like, I'm fine with enclosed space when it's like
an elevator or something.
Like, elevators are fine. I used to sit in my closet and read books. Like, that was my favorite place to be. Like, I like small spaces when I'm by myself. The submersibles are very small spaces with like 2 other people.
Yeah.
And you have,
Oh yeah, if something goes wrong, you're dead.
the entire ocean above you. Like, I don't know that I could handle that very well. So,
well, if it's any comfort, you'd be crushed long before you would drown.
oh yeah, I'm perfectly aware, but I'm saying I personally would never put myself in the position of doing either things.
Oh, I'm just making sure that you understand.
Because I do not want to go to space. I never have. That has never been a desire of my heart. And I certainly don't want to get on a submarine with 2 other people that are sweaty for 12 hours. So, it's just going to be a giant no from me all the way around.
Yeah. But pick one. Ocean. Right?
Ocean. Yeah.
Good. We're on the same page. All right.
All right. This one's from Kim. It says, what are your holiday traditions now?
Oh, we don't really have any, do we? No. Leah's family does this thing where on Christmas they always eat breakfast food for dinner. So I guess that's the most tradition-y thing. Every Thanksgiving after dinner, her family sits down and reads this, I guess not quite a retelling, but like your own version of the birth. The Christ birth.
The birth.
The birth.
No, my grandfather took the passages in the Bible about the advent of Jesus, and He wrote it in kids' language so we could understand it because we were little
30,
kids.
and we still
and
sit there
now
and
we're all
listen to it.
30, and he still reads the exact same version that he read when we were little kids, and we were fighting over the laser pointer.
Yeah.
Because we did have a laser well, first it was a long pointy, like one of those extendy sticks, like that you would hit a map with, you know. Yeah. And then we upgraded to the laser pointer, and all four of us would fucking fight like cats and dogs, trying to be the one that got to point out what he was talking about on the nativity scene. Because my grandmother doesn't have a little nativity scene. It is large and has vegetation and a backdrop, and like
it's a full shelf.
It's a full thing. She's into it. So, like I said, that's, I guess, our Christmas. And yeah, we have the Yule Brenner every year.
For the layman, that is Christmas breakfast for dinner. The Yule Brenner. It's very funny.
My brother named it a few years ago, and it just made me laugh, and I call it that. Nobody else in the family except me and my brother call it that. But
I love it. It makes me so happy. Oh, but yeah, no real traditions, honestly.
We don't have kids, so it's not like something that you really plan, I guess. I mean, Mitch gets me an ornament every year, but that's about it. Yeah.
From personalizationmall.com. It's fun because you can personalize them, and they're always super fucking cheap around Christmas. You get them for like $9. Anyway, it's awesome. They do great work. Personalizationmall.com. We are accepting your ad money.
They're not going to advertise with us.
I can't even say the word personalization, so they probably shouldn't advertise with us.
Okay, this one is from Marissa as well. It says, what part of a kid's movie completely scarred you?
Scarred? You have one of these, don't you?
I think that's scarred, not scared.
Could be either. Scarred, scared. It's kind of the same thing.
I think that says scarred.
I'm trying to think.
My handwriting is terrible.
I feel like I was terrified of certain movies growing up, but I don't remember. I've talked before about not remembering too much of my early childhood. I really don't. Leah, do you have one?
Yes.
I thought that you did. What is it?
I'm scared and still am scared of Mary Poppins. Now, I understand that Julie Andrews is a queen. I love her very much.
It's just Dick Van Dyke's accent.
Nope. I like Vic
Den Dyke.
Vic Dan Dyke. No, I like Dick Van Dyke very much. Murder, or the Diagnosis Murder. Loved that show. It's awesome. Yeah, I just can't with that whole movie, and I don't know why. When I was a little kid, my mom showed it to me, and for whatever reason, that whole like chalk scene where they go in and they like dance with the penguins, and that's supposed to be like a real cute kid-friendly scene, and for whatever reason, it scared the ever-loving fuck out of me. I still don't know if I've seen the entirety of Mary Poppins.
It's not worth it.
I don't know that I've done, like, because I've tried to watch it as an adult, and I just can't. Don't know why. It's just one of those things that I have vague, fleeting memories of nightmares about that, and I just can't.
I just thought of one. If we're going scarred and not scared, do you remember Homeward Bound?
Yes.
I refused to watch that movie because I didn't want to cry. So, like I watched it once, and then I would watch it up until the end, and I was like, nope, I'm going to turn it off.
We had that on VHS. We had both of them on VHS, and my brother loved that movie, and he watched it a lot. But yeah, Homeward Bound.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't like crying at movies, but like I was 5-6 years old sitting by myself watching a movie, and like I was embarrassed by it that I didn't want to, so I would turn it off, and it would scar me in that regard.
I used to never cry at things like at all, and I don't know if it's old age or just what, but I cry at fucking everything now. Like, I don't understand, but like that movie Coco,
cold and heartless. Oh, that movie was great. Though.
I sobbed for a good 15 minutes after that movie ended.
Yeah, it was great. You know, and I mean, your mother had just died earlier that year.
That's true, but like it was rough.
Yeah, it was. It was a great fucking movie. Coco is fantastic if you haven't seen Coco.
It is really good. I highly recommend it, but
you're gonna cry.
you need to just bring the whole box of tissues and just embrace it, because you're going to sob.
Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't seen Homeward Bound since I was like 7 because of that. Because I don't want to.
I think Dad got rid of his VHSs, or I would have just said, hey, let's just borrow that. And
no, I'm not going to watch it again.
Of course, we don't have a VHS player, so.
Right. I'm sure we can find it digitally, right?
I don't really want to sit through that.
Yeah, me either. It's probably really bad.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. What is the next one? Last one.
This is the last one, also from Marissa, and it says, would you rather be bald or covered in hair from head to toe?
Bald. It's just cleaner. Maybe a little bit colder, but definitely cleaner. As someone that is both bald and covered in hair from head to toe.
I was not gonna say that. I had that thought, but I wasn't gonna say it.
I have both bald and covered in hair from head to toe.
Turns out he picked both.
Turns out one is definitely better than the other. Who would ever want to be covered in hair from head to toe?
I wouldn't mind it if we were all that way, and like you could style your fur, and you could, have different
like Yetis
fur
or something.
Yeah, like if it was like everybody had it, but if I was the only person covered in hair, I'd be a little self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
So to me, I'd rather be bald, because you can, having just an already bald head, you could just put so many awesome wigs on. I would start the fucking wig collection of the century. It would be glorious.
But if you're bald, then it's culturally appropriate that there's no hair if everyone else is. So there's no point in having wigs.
No, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was one or the other and it was just normal rules and normal people were normal, I would go bald, because wigs.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love a good wig, but it's hard to braid. I have really thick hair, and it's really hard to braid down all the way to get a good wig fit, because I have a huge fucking head and a lot of fucking hair.
Hashtag good wig fit. Well, I'm glad that we have come to an agreement on all of these questions this week. It was fun. That was great, and I want to go to that graveyard.
Well, I mean, it's right near where I work, so we can do that.
Yeah, let's go. We'll see y'all later. We're going to go to the graveyard now.
Not right now. I've got things to do. And by things to do, I mean I'm going to go take a nap. So.
Yeah.
And by a nap, I mean I'm going to bed.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. It's, please don't nap now, or else we're going to have problems.
Fun.
All right, y'all. Well, that was fun. Send us in some more questions and personal stories. Are we getting low on questions, Leah?
We are still okay, but we could definitely use more. And we definitely need another listener story out there. So if anybody's got one, I would love to have it. If you want to record yourself and send that recording over telling the story, that would be absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
If you would rather me read them, send them any way you care to. Email, Instagram message, Facebook message, carrier pigeon, send it on the back of a postcard, whatever you feel. I'm here for you. We can make it work. Give me your stories.
Send them in. We'll probably just scour the internet for questions at some point, because I mean, we got to figure something out, right, Leah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, that was fun. Thanks for listening. We will see you this weekend for the main release.
Bye, y'all.